Okay. Good morning, children. My name is K. Padmanabha Rao. I am new teacher for you for high school section. So I will be handling maths for 8th, 9th and 10th classes. So you all know that for a long time schools have been shut because of corona also. So what I want to say is, so before going to the 9th classes, so I want to take some bridge courses here so that you can understand easily what is the 9th standard. I will tell you one thing. 10th and 8th. The gap between 10th and 8th is 9th. So if you 9th is acts like a bridge. If you want to go from one place to another place, road is very important. If you want to cross a sea or an ocean, whatever it is, a bridge is important. In the same way, if you want to score more marks in 10th, then you have to have the basic knowledge of 8th and 9th. 9th is very important for me. Why? Because it is all the basics where you learn in 9th standard only. In 10th standard, what they will do is, they will continue the same topic which you have taught in 9th, but they won't go again for the 9th classes once again. Why? Because their teachers will come to know that the subject we have already been studied in 9th standard, so they didn't go in detail in 10th standard. So it is important for you to 9th standard so that you can score well in 10th standard. So 9th is very special because it acts like a bridge course for you. If you don't understand anything in 9th, then you cannot score well in 10th standard. So 9th is very important rather than 8th and 10th, because everything what you will get only in 9th standard. In 8th standard you learn 20%, but in 9th standard you learn 60%, remaining 40% you will learn in 10th standard. So 9th standard is very, very important so that you can do well in 10th standard. So give more concentration in 9th standard so that you can do well and you can go well with 10th standard. Don't waste time. Now it is already been over of 2 months. 2 months is going on. So syllabus is there. So I wanted to start directly syllabus because I don't know how much of you know the basics here in maths. Without knowing the basics, we cannot go for 9th standard. So let me cover some basics of 8th standard so that you can remember what you have read, what you remember in 8th standard. And we will not go in detail today. Today is the first day. So I will be asking some general questions and general things which you have studied in 8th standard. I want you to let me know what you remember in 9th standard. Okay, if I get 9th standard, we have the same formulas: a plus b whole square, a minus b whole square. Okay, let me see what you mean by a plus b whole square. Many of you know that a plus b whole square is what? Because in 10th they don't teach what is a plus b whole square. No doubt you may use the formula, but you should know what is the meaning of a plus b whole square here. That you will teach in 8th standard and the continuation will be in 9th standard. First let us know what is a plus b whole square. You know that a plus b whole square is a square plus b square plus 2ab. So what do you mean by this formula? Why you are writing a plus b is equal to a square plus b square plus 2ab? How you got this formula is very important here. Do you know how you got a plus b whole square equals to a square plus b square 2ab? Can anyone? What do you mean by this then? So a plus b whole square equals to a square plus b square plus 2ab. This formula, how you got, then how you are using it in 10th standard, you will know in detail in 9th standard only. For example, I will give one. What is a plus b whole square? You can write a plus b whole square in two terms. That is, I can write a plus b whole square as a plus b and a plus b, because it is square there. So if you write 2 square, this means 2 into 2. In the same way, if you write b square, it means b into b. Same thing, if you write a plus b whole square, it means a plus b into a plus b. Then what is a plus b into a plus b? I think you have studied multiplication in 8th standard also. Let me see how much you remember in 9th standard. So let us go with a plus b, a plus b. Just remember, we are not entering into the syllabus of 9th standard. Just I am making sure that how much you remember this 9th standard syllabus. Okay, that you keep it in mind. Still we are not entered into 9th standard syllabus. Just we are going in deep with 8th standard syllabus, that what we have did and how you have multiplied and everything. Let me know what you have did there. So what is a plus b, a plus b? Now try to multiply. What is a into a? While you multiplying the two terms, you will multiply in this form. What is a into a? A into a is, you will get a square. Yeah, plus is there. Plus. A into b is ab. When you multiply a into b, you get ab. And remaining is b into b. You have plus into plus, it is plus, and b into b is b square. The same formula what I have written here. But the thing is, I have written b square in the beginning, a square in the last. For example, I will show you once again. A plus b into a plus b, a into a square, plus a into b, ab, plus b into a, I can write it as ab also, plus b into b, it is b square. Now, what is a square? I can write a square as it is. You bring b square this side, or you can keep there as it is also. And ab plus ab is plus 2ab. This is what we got here. A square plus b square plus 2ab. This is the formula what we know. Then how to multiply the terms? This is very important, because many of you don't know how to multiply the terms. You copy this one. I will show you how to multiply the terms also, because many of you get confused when writing the terms also. Okay, I have copied with the symbols then. What symbols we have? We have nearly 8 symbols we have, which you will study in 9th standard, and also will continue in 10th standard, and also you might have studied in 8th standard also. For example, if you write, what is plus into plus? What is plus into plus? If I write plus into plus, you will write plus. What is plus into plus? Plus into plus is plus only. If I write plus into minus, what is plus into minus? Plus into minus is minus. For example, I can show you 2 into 4, 8. The same thing if I take 2 into minus 4, you will get minus 8. Okay. Now, minus into plus. What is symbol for minus into plus? Again, same thing. Don't get confused here. You copy in one notebook or you copy anywhere else. Minus into plus is again minus only. Writing like this. Minus 2 into 4 equals to minus 8. Got it? Now, you have minus into minus. What is minus into minus? So you have both minus here. So when you have both minus, then minus into minus, you will get plus, that is minus 2 into minus 4 equals to 8. So if you have signs, both signs here minus and minus, but the resulting symbol will be plus. But when you multiply these two things, then you'll get minus into minus is plus, and 2 4 it is 8. This is the main 4 problems what you have to follow while doing the problems here. Same thing. It is okay with plus. Now, keep in mind we are going with multiplication. This is all we are doing multiply. For example, if it is a positive thing there, if you want to add positive, then plus of plus equals to what? See, identify clearly, it is totally confusing thing. Why? Because here we are using the symbols as minus, but here we are using the symbol as plus. So what to do then? Whether it is add, or whether I have to subtract, or whether I have to divide them. So we had plus into plus. For example, I will give the same example I will give. Plus 2 plus of plus 2. So nothing but 4 only. Because we are adding these two things here. Plus of plus, and here 2 plus 2 equals to 4. This is one thing. So adding two things, that is plus and plus, and 2 plus plus of plus is 2, that equals to 4. Now, if I take plus of minus, then which symbol you will get here? So what to do then? So for example, I will give you 100 rupees, and then how much you will return to me? So I will tell you, sir, you have given me 100 rupees. So no, sir, I gave you 100 rupees, you give back my money 100 rupees. So what I will tell, no, I don't have 100 rupees, I will give you minus 200 rupees. Can you take minus 200 rupees? Is it possible to take minus 200 rupees? Or you do one thing. You have 100 mangoes. So how many mangoes you have now? 100 mangoes. I will ask you to remove 200 mangoes. Is it possible? Removing 200 mangoes from 100 mangoes. Can you do this? Is it possible or not? How it is possible? See, only 100, you have only 100 mangoes. If you have 100 mangoes, how can I repay you 200 mangoes? It is impossible, but it is possible. How? Let us see. For example, the same symbol here it is. Plus of minus I will take. Then what it is then? This is so here you have plus 2 plus of minus 4. So what will be the answer there? So what you have to do is, simple thing is, if you find a negative symbol, just subtract it. You do minus. So 4 minus 2 is what? You will get 2. But which is the bigger sign here? Whether 2 is bigger or 4 is bigger. So you can see here clearly that 4 is bigger. In the sense, 4 has which sign here? Minus sign. Then you will get here minus 2. Got it? Very simple. So plus of minus will be always equals to plus. This will be always equals to, depends upon greater symbol. So it depends upon the greater symbol. Which symbol has the greater sign, that sign you have to put. And next we have minus of plus. Then same thing. We'll get minus 2 here, we'll get plus here, then we'll get plus 4. So 4 minus 2 is, again it will be minus 2. Same answer here. So everything will be same here. That is minus of plus 4. The greater symbol is minus here, therefore we are going with minus here. So this is how you have to go with the formulas. And we have the last one. I'll write it here in this side so that you can copy easily. We have minus plus of minus, and this equals to what? Minus of minus equals to what? Keep this in mind. This is very important. Why? Because minus of plus of minus is always equals to minus, but I'll give the reason. Minus 2 plus of minus 4. Then what will be the answer here? Can you give me what is the answer here? So the answer will be equals to, if both are minus, just add them. 4 plus 2 is 6. What is 4 plus 2? 4 plus 2 is 6. But symbol you have minus here, you have to put minus 1. Got it? Minus of minus is always equals to minus, but the symbol will be always equals to minus 6. This minus 6, how we can write is, both are minus, then add them and the symbol will be minus only. Okay, copy this. So both are minus only, then you have to add them and symbol will be minus only. So this is a bridge course and it is very important here. Why I am telling you very important in the sense, because you can observe here you are using minus, but here we are using is plus and plus. So this is very important because many will get confused with addition as well as multiplication. So don't confuse with addition and multiplication. When it is addition, you go with these formulas, and when it is multiplication, then you have to go with these formulas. So the both are totally different here. So many of you, what you do is, while operating something in the sense, while you are doing the problem, then you will get confused what to write and what not to write, and whether we have to subtract it or we have to minus it. So on this basis, we will do one problem. Let us see what will get the answer. Okay? Okay. Copy children. I understood the symbols here. Let us do one small problem based on these symbols so that it will be very easy for you to understand. So let us take one small problem here and see what will be the result there. So the multiply is given 3 problems here. Let us try to solve one problem. X plus A, X plus B into X plus C. So what is X plus A into X plus B into X plus C? Let us try to solve this problem on the basis of using those symbols only. How to multiply these problems? This you have studied in 8th standard. Just I am refreshing you so that once again you might get what you have studied already also. So let us take, if you are getting confused with 3 terms, first you take these 2 terms. Same thing. Okay. So when you take 2 terms, what will get? X into X, it is X square. Got it? And then here we have first term and multiplied with the first term, plus into plus is plus here. You have the first term and you are multiplying with the second term, that is XB. Got it? Then first term with the whole term is over. Now I am taking the first term and the whole term, plus A into X is AX, plus we have A into B is AB. This is the multiplication of first term. x into x is x square, x into b is xb, a into x is ax, plus a into b is ab. Now take the third term. Third term is x plus c. Now try to multiply the third term here. So we have, what is the third term here? X square into x. X square into x is, we'll get x cube. So x square into x is x cube, because if you multiply you'll get x cube only. Then we have plus into plus. So what is plus into plus? Plus into plus is plus. Then we have x square b and x. So we'll get x square b. Because x into x is x square, b will be remaining plus. So we have a here, write a as it is. X into x is x square, ax square plus. First what we did, we are multiplying with a single term only. We are not taking the c here, we are taking only with the single term. X square into x is x cube, x square b into x is x square b, plus a into x is ax square, plus ab into x is abx. This is the first term over. First whole term with the single term. Let us go with the first whole term again with the single term. Plus x square into x is x square. Now the second term, we'll go with the second term. X square into c is x square c, plus x into xb into c is xbc, plus ax into c is axc, plus ab into c is abc. Now write all the common terms on one side so that you will not get confused here. Do you have anything common sides here? We have x square, same thing. Let us see what we can take. So x cube, keep as it is. Now consider these three terms. So we have x square b, we have x square b, this term, plus we have x square c, plus x square a. I am writing these two terms in one side because we have the power of 2 here. This is 2, this is 2, and this is 2. You have x square b plus x square c plus x square a. Now what is remaining here? Remaining is xbc plus axc, plus we have abx plus abc. This we have. Let us see. X cube plus. In this, what I can take common in these three things? Can I take common anything in these three things? I can take x square common here. If I take x square common, remaining is b plus c plus a plus. What I can take common in these three? Is it possible to take anything common in these three? So I can take x common in these three. So I'll take x common in these three. So remaining is here bc plus here ac is remaining plus here ab is remaining plus, and the last remaining is a plus a into b into c. Therefore this we can write it as x plus a into x plus b into x plus c equals to x cube plus x square plus a plus b plus c, or x of ab plus bc plus ca or abc. So this is the formula, one formula that you have to keep it in mind, where we will be using to solve the problems of multiplication of polynomials in A, B, C terms totally here. So copy the problem.